Wraiths up. I assume he's repaired some of those. Has that Valkyrie into support. 3 starports, and the problem is I'm not seeing a ground army from him. Adding in a machine shop, so he's probably going to go for tanks. Scourge and Mutalisk actually flying right into UpMagic's base. There's that Wraith there, 2 Wraiths, 3 Wraiths maybe even at this point, and they're all going to attack, clearing out the entire Mutalisk number. So at least that's something that UpMagic is doing right. It killed quite a few Overlords to start off, killed 2, then killed 2 more, as was fending EffOrt off. So EffOrt not, at least aside from the early economic damage that EffOrt did, he's not being able to do much else. But the problem with UpMagic, he himself is not being able to do a lot of economic damage. And actually moving south with a lot of his Wraiths, stopped some of his Valkyries and some of his Wraiths at the middle. I believe he's just waiting, possibly to reinforce, going to spot the position first so he doesn't lose too much. Spore colonies being put up everywhere now by EffOrt, so UpMagic at least going to try to prevent one of those spore colonies from coming up. But some of his Wraiths actually running with his Valkyries, and more Wraiths try to prevent that from coming up, getting his Valkyrie shot a little bit, so he's going to force them back. Kill another Overlord. Of course, Valkyries just managed to get us so many shots off, but now Lurkers and Hydras streaming right towards UpMagic, natural expansion, and I don't think UpMagic has much in the way of defending, because he has a tank, should have siege. I'm not even sure, don't think it even has siege at this point. Couple of bunkers, couple of supply depots blocking in. He's going to lose his second gas. Some ECVs being pulled to the side, 1 Wraith coming in, but Wraiths are not going to be able to do anything against this because there's so many Hydras on the ground, so loses his gas, doesn't really have much in the way. Should have scan, I think. I'm not even sure if he has scan. He did have tourist to spot, but Overlord's also ready, possible with drops. Wraith are going to try to clear these Lurkers out, definitely killing 2 Lurkers, still 2 Lurkers in play, but EffOrt now going to exert a lot of pressure, getting more Lurkers. We're going to see what actually has dropped for those Overlords yet, to try to drop right inside the main while he exerts the pressure with the natural expansion. I just think UpMagic now in a lot of trouble, finally has siege mode up, is going to clear out those Lurkers, and expanding it at the 12 o'clock as well, getting his mineral only there as well, but I still think he's in a horrible position, while EffOrt's going to be able to expand all over the place without being harassed too badly for him.
Yeah, I agree, and this is kind of interesting. You get to watch some first person here by UpMagic and some of the micro uses here, but again, he's just in a terrible position, and there you go, the Wraiths are away, and here comes the push by EffOrt, and as you can see, 1 tank going down early, and the only thing that's really saved him there was the double bunker behind the wall. I have to say that was about all that saved him from that attack. EffOrt's gonna, he can afford to lose these units right now. He's way ahead. Zerg can create units so much more quickly and efficiently, really. He's got, that double gas, which is just helping him to get so much more of those Lurkers as time goes on. And, he won't really even need that many Lurkers. He'll just need to keep pumping out Hydras, keep expanding, and he's already got Hive Tech up, so he can really go anywhere from there. This is a great Ultralisk map. A lot of players like to go Ultralisks on this map. I don't know if it's the best situation for that right now, but we'll see what he chooses to do. But I think the clock is ticking here for UpMagic, and soon the game will be over. And again, it's due to his just really unorthodox, weird play. I mean, this stuff works against, B-ranked or even lower-ranked players on iCup or something, but this is the pro level, man. You're fighting against some top Zergs here, and you just aren't going to win games doing what you're doing right now. I don't see exactly where his strategy is in this, Against a good player like EffOrt, you're not going to beat him early on with Wraiths, and as sure as hell not going to beat him late game with Wraiths, so I don't really know what his game plan was here, but he's the pro gamer and I'm not, so obviously it's some sort of a backup plan to this, and I think it's going to be meching, yeah, and indeed is. So, maybe if he can mass up a big mech force here with those 2 bases he recently added, he might be able to do something, but again, he's still on 2 gas, so not going to help him out too much with those mineral onlys, and as you can see, he's building another command center to try to grab that double gas. If he happens to get that, he might still have a fighting chance, but right now, EffOrt just looking in superb position here. I cannot see him losing this game. Although I hate to call a game before it's over, I definitely would say EffOrt's above 90% win chance in this scenario.
Yeah, it looks like EffOrt is now thinking of dropping at the 2 o'clock. Has a lot of Hydras ready. He also has a bunch of Zerglings now out. Just Cracklings at this point, most likely. We're going to see what strategy he goes for. Is going to go for the drop at the 2 o'clock base. I'm not quite sure if UpMagic knows this is coming, but this is going to be a full-on drop. Going to take everything out here. Scourge flying in as well, possibly to Scourge and attack the command center as it comes up. There are Hydras, so the command centers are not going to be able to escape. EffOrt was a little bit threatening the natural expansion of UpMagic. Yet again, UpMagic has laid a lot of mines, so they could help him out if those Overlords aren't in play at any one moment. But now those Hydras are going to be able to threaten all the positions. Now actually running on the right inside of the main. There are tanks there to defend. We're going to see how effective that is. Another Overlord possibly thinking of dropping at this 12 o'clock position. There are a couple of Cracklings get down on the ground. but they are going to be cleaned up pretty quickly without doing too much damage. Scourge flying in, going to catch a lot of Wraiths! Oh! 2, maybe 3 Wraiths go down. 1 Wraith heavily damaged. Benjamin manages to hold this off. Now Hydra's running in at the main. Several tanks. There also, I think, Goliath being produced, so we're going to see what UpMagic actually manages to hold this. Only a few Goliaths and 1 tank. Tank goes down. Goliath's trying to fight these Hydras off. Actually, Wraiths now coming to sacrifice their lives. And Valkyrie's going to attack all of these overlords, try to clear this out, but the Hydras are, meanwhile, being forced to attack the Goliaths. Now finally going to start attacking the Valkyries. I think I called them Wraiths earlier. I apologize for that, but still, EffOrt just being able to aggressive at all plays. Still has a few of his Hydras inside of UpMagic's main. At this point, he can just run out Eddie's side. He's taken up the 2 o'clock position that UpMagic had going for him, and now just going to be funneling forces right towards there. And UpMagic now is going to be fighting at 2 fronts. He's defending his natural expansion pretty well, but now he's heavily threatened here on the right side.
Yeah, again, I'm really disappointed in UpMagic's play here. I know I've said that so many times, but you know, when you go to watch professional players play, you really do expect a lot out of them. And I feel this game, UpMagic just didn't show what his full potential is. I think, again, he just likes to do these really weird strategies. I don't know if it's because he gets bored with just the normal, you know, day-to-day thing, but this is not paying off for him. And, you know, this is a big game. You want to win this. This is a really good player. You can't afford to be really, really unconventional against players who are so good like this. You know, EffOrt has been beating such players as Jadong lately, you know, just really crazy good players. And, you know, in this game, unfortunately, EffOrt, you know, pounded UpMagic for his weird style again, and really he can afford to do anything. He could throw away his forces for the next 5 minutes, and I think still come out on top here. UpMagic just fighting for his life at this point. But you know what? Props to UpMagic, I guess, for trying to be a little bit more unique than some of the other pro gamers, but just doesn't pay off in a league like this.
I find UpMagic, when he's creative, it's much better when he gets creative, not at the beginning, but like closer to the end, where he switches up, does something funky, does what his, you know, southpaw name shows him for. When he does something like that and pulls out a weird-ass win when he's supposed to be losing, I really love UpMagic. Really, really love it when UpMagic does that, but I don't think there's, well, any chance whatsoever for him to do that here. One Valkyrie trying to protect this base against drops, not going to happen. Scourge coming in, taking it out. So UpMagic's all of these bases now going to lose this 12 o'clock and just pressured at all sides by EffOrt. EffOrt at this point, if he wanted to, he could start like putting up 3 expansions just right now. He's instead just building a crap load of troops, adding in more hatcheries for production purposes, and UpMagic getting boxed in. Now a bunch of mutas being produced, tracking down a dropship. UpMagic was trying to go in, do some economic damage. Actually going to drop some of his vultures on the ground just before his dropship gets taken out. Managed to drop in 1 vulture, trying to take out back his base, the 12 o'clock position, but just in a horrible position at this point. Really, not really much to say. EffOrt is one of those guys. He doesn't really play non-standard. He doesn't go for funky play that much. He's just a player that plays pretty much the best, some of the best damn standard game you can get. He plays very standard, but he plays a very good game of standard. He's a game of standard that you really enjoy watching, really love watching. Mutas running in, taking off a lot of stuff. Our Carapace 1 upgrade at this point. UpMagic still trying to hold position, putting up cannons, and still just not managing to defend at all. Just EffOrt also should have Defilers out in the field very soon as well, and not really anything that UpMagic can do to hold back. We've said this, it feels like we're repeating ourselves, but this is just a horrible position for UpMagic. It would take, not even a miracle would get him out of this at this point. He has a bunch of lurkers on the ground, catching a lot of forces scans going off. Those are going to help him out, but he's still losing forces at all sides, losing mining everywhere, while EffOrt just takes an absolute control and is just, well, his boot is already mushing UpMagic into the pavement at this point.
Yeah, a little bit late to switch to Marines, UpMagic. I think you should have gone with those in the very beginning of the game. And unfortunately, now when the game is over, you decide to go for what I believe you should have gone for the entire game. But, you know, another drop, just these little drops all over, great by EffOrt, shows his really intense multitasking, and GG from UpMagic. We've been calling that for about the last 10 minutes now, so glad to finally see that go down. Great game by EffOrt. Thanks for inviting me to do this commentary through Ansem. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, great game overall. So we are going to lose UpMagic, and EffOrt is going to move on to the round of 8. Really look forward to see what he can do. I mean, he's I think he's one of the favorites. I think you would call him one of the favorites. If not one of the favorites to win, then definitely one of the favorites to get to the semifinals and bring you a good game. But yeah, kind of disappointing game, honestly, but still enjoyed to see EffOrt crushing somebody, even though if it was UpMagic, who is a player I really liked. But yeah, thanks to Kenny goes as well to Thanks a lot to Kenny for joining me here. Check out his site, Game Out Loud. What is that? .com, .net, or both?
.net.
Yeah, go check out GameOutLaw.net. We got a bunch of awesome StarCraft over there as well. Kenny's site, and he's been doing a lot of good work over there. So thanks a lot, guys. GG, guys. Ranching out, guys, and a lot of other stuff that ends with guys.